so I want to watch a CJ the X video. CJ has a unique, CJ's different than all of us. CJ's up here like Twista. I don't know if you're old enough to remember who Twista was. Like, we call it sniping in Chicago, where it's like, like rapid fire with the hot takes and the jokes. A lot of random stuff. It's just, like, that's take it or leave it. Personally, I love it. It is what it is.
I could school a motherfucker in rap any day. Pick a time or place. This is my field of expertise. Bring it, bitch. You want to talk about how 3 6 Mafia back in 1995 established the modern trap sound, aesthetic, and orchestration, and it's had so much influence that Ariana Grande is using it now?
Are y'all old enough to know who 3 6 Mafia is? CJ's like 24. You know what I'm saying? And like it's one thing to know it, but like, if you haven't rolled to school listening to Slob on Your Knob,
Lay on the bed and give me head,
listening to Tear the Club Up Thugs, listening to so much shit. Undergrad riding through Atlanta in the one homeboy car with sounds in it with chicken head. Let me just, can I just hold up? Because some of y'all don't know who 3 6 Mafia is. Because we gonna have some fucking classes today, goddamn. Like, y'all gonna get me nostalgic. I'm already fucking nostalgic. Oh my God, I miss it so much. I'm not trying to show that side of myself to the chat. Let me go ahead and get back to where we were. And that's one thing I really don't like about the way my generation is moving right now is we try to act like y'all mumble rappers are doing something so like profoundly stupid. Our music was very stupid. It was amazing, but we had some dumb shit. So like it's so funny. Like 3 6 Mafia was a whole movement in the late 90s, early 2000s that the Houston scene, the Memphis scene, Alabama had a couple of hits. But people want to act like, you know, the mumble rappers are like, oh, this is real music. Like, no, we was all doing dumb stuff at that time period. It is what it is. All right, so anyway, getting back to it.
Are we ready to talk about how City of Syrup by Big Mo is better and more relevant than anything in the Ghetto Boys discography? Woo, we starting fights now.
All right, so that will be a fight. The Ghetto Boys, so Big Mo, that's another deep cut. It's hard to even talk about the significance of the Ghetto Boys in vicariously Scarface. And I don't even got time to get into it. That's gonna have to be a video. We'll come back to that.
Kool G Rap's 456 is equal to, if not better than, Illmatic, and Black Thought, bar for bar, is the greatest MC of all time, no cap. Woo! I could do this all day.
Let me address that Illmatic slander. CJ is 23. Let them have their perspective. They were not there in the moment. Black Thought is dope. Fucks with Black Thought. All right. I always thought Dipset was overrated. That's fine. But nothing's better than Illmatic. I listened to Illmatic this past weekend. You know, yeah, let them be 23. The fact that CJ is 23 and is spitting these deep cuts should, if you're a real hip hop head, that should just please you enough. Don't be fighting these young people over not having the same knowledge about, you know, the same knowledge about the culture as we do.
And virtuosity cannot be overstated. Robert Fitzgerald Diggs, professionally known as the RZA, was the center of this movement. In addition to being an incredible MC, he also masterminded their branding and business strategy, and he produced every single track off of every album in the first wave of Wu-Tang and most of them in the second wave.
I don't even know how to like, that's another thing that's hard to even fully explain. In the 90s, like, star power was different for hip hop. There was no this. There was no YouTube. There was no Instagram. There's no Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So like the culture had to make you a star. That's something I'm gonna talk about when I finally talk about Drake. The illest MCs, the most charismatic rappers, the most talented people didn't get a shot if the culture didn't give them a shot, and if the industry didn't give them a shot. Like one of my favorite rappers of all time is Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers never fully got a shot. You know, out in Onyx, and I don't know why, I don't know what he did or who didn't like him or whatever. It just didn't happen. You had to be undeniable or know the right people to really get a shot to be that big on the totem pole. And the RZA was like the first person to break that mold a little bit, because you had, you know, Puff, you had eventually Dame and Jay-Z. A lot of the big stars of hip hop were celebrities. You know what I'm saying? No shade in that. It's just that they were very much like just, you know, shiny suits and shit like that. But the RZA was like this mad scientist. Like that was his persona. It's hard to explain. So the RZA was like the first really weird nigga to get on. That's the best way I could put it. Like if you were a weird black dude in the 90s, you fucked with the RZA, because the RZA made your swag palatable in the culture. And I always appreciated that. Like the RZA, Doom, you know what I'm saying? But more so the RZA. He was a mega star that wasn't like a fly celebrity dude. You know? Oh, Gravediggers, like, yeah, the RZA really can make it in any era. A lot of the rappers now really couldn't survive in this era. The RZA definitely could.
No reason.